of you who don't know me, allow to introduce myself. My name is Jackie Marmol, one of the main organizers of this wonderful event. I have some good and great news. The good news is that we are all gathered here today as one team to support and stand for Dan, our mayor. And the great news is that we have the most hardest working mayor that Lawrence has seen in a very, very long time. Here is the list of accomplishments within the first 2 years of this administration. 14 million in development grants, 14 new police officers, walking patrols, and monthly crime stats meeting, 13 new police cruisers, 10 new firefighters, a new police and fire chief, 22 ball fields, and 70 streets paved and working on more. Mayor Dan Rivera won an election that no one thought he could win and has set out to change our city and his image in a positive way. I would now like to express my gratitude to the PR PAC president and vice president, Rafael Rivera and Domingo Melendez, and that without them and their organization, this event would not be happening today. Thank you for sponsoring and supporting this rally. And now for our next speaker, PR President, Ángel Rivera. Thank you.
Hi, buenas tardes y bienvenidos. Good afternoon and welcome.
Buenas tardes.
Today is a great day.
Yeah!
I'm going to do both languages, okay? Bear with me.
Okay.
Hoy es un gran día. Este encuentro fue iniciado por la amiga Jackie Marmol, quien puso toda su confianza en la capacidad organizacional y la buena reputación de la Coalición Puertorriqueña de Acción Política, organización que orgullosamente dirijo junto a otros distinguidos y valiosos compañeros y ciudadanos. This rally was initiated by my friend Jackie Marmol, who trusted the organizational ability and the good reputation of the Puerto Rican Political Action Coalition, organization that I proudly preside alongside with other distinguished and valued members and citizens. Gracias por escuchar el llamado y dedicar su valioso tiempo para atender este rally. Si hoy estamos aquí voluntariamente es porque nos preocupamos por la ciudad de Lawrence y porque apoyamos al alcalde Dan Rivera y su administración. Thank you for answering the call and for dedicating your valuable time to attend this rally. If we are here today voluntarily, it is because we care about the city of Lawrence and because we support Mayor Dan Rivera and his administration. Queremos que esta sea una demostración pacífica, pero que a la misma vez lleve un mensaje claro y contundente del excelente trabajo que ha estado realizando el alcalde Dan Rivera durante los primeros 2 años de su gestión administrativa. We want this to be a peaceful demonstration, yet we want to send a clear and strong message of the excellent work that Mayor Dan Rivera has been doing during the first 2 years of his administration. En su turno, el alcalde hablará más precisamente acerca de sus logros como alcalde. Sin embargo, yo quiero mencionar quizás el logro más grande: restaurar la buena imagen de la ciudad de Lawrence a nivel local, regional y estatal. In a moment, Mayor Dan Rivera will speak more precisely about his achievements as mayor. However, I just want to mention perhaps the best accomplishment so far, and that is restoring the good reputation of the city of Lawrence locally, regionally, and statewide. Thank you, Dan Rivera. Thank you. Para que Dan continúe haciendo un buen trabajo, no necesitamos distracciones. Por eso, en nombre de los miembros de PR PAC y el mío propio, les pido a los votantes de Lawrence muy enfáticamente que no firmen el récord, no retrocedamos, no se dejen engañar, no firmen el récord. For Dan to continue his good job, we do not need distractions. That is why, on behalf of the members of PR PAC and of my own, I ask the voters of the city of Lawrence most emphatically, do not sign the recall petition. Don't allow anyone to fool you. Don't sign the recall. Nuevamente, gracias por su presencia. Ahora les reitero que esta es una demostración pacífica y organizada. Cuando terminemos aquí, le vamos a dar la vuelta al parque con los letreros en alto apoyando a Dan y lo haremos de manera ordenada. Les pido que no provoquemos ni nos dejemos provocar. Again, thank you for your presence here today. And now I want to reiterate that this is a peaceful and organized demonstration. When we are done here, we will walk around the park showing our signs in support of Dan, and we will do this in an orderly fashion. So I ask that we do not provoke or let others provoke us with negative comments. With that said, I leave you with, thank you, I leave you with David Abdul.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. You know, the organizers had heard that I was busy this afternoon, and like many of you, I was busy on this Sunday afternoon because there was no Patriots game. Well, I wouldn't be anywhere else than right here, supporting Dan and supporting the mayor, the office of the mayor, and what is right for Lawrence. The right thing for Lawrence is for us not to recall the mayor. I come before you as a dad, a husband, a homeowner, and a taxpayer. I've lived here all my life, and as many of you know, I've been involved in the community for a long time. And I've done that because I'm not going anywhere. I love my city. I'm invested, and I want to maintain that investment. And as you all know, outside of the city, we sometimes get a bad reputation, and sometimes it's self-inflicted.
Yes.
And things like this recall is a self-inflicted wound.
Yes, it is. You tell them.
And that's the last negativity you're going to hear from me, because the reason I'm here is the positive things that are going on. The reason I got back into the public arena to be a city councilor was because I saw good things happening. I saw stability. I saw city government starting to work. It hadn't been that way. And, you know, I work in Boston, like some of you. And, you know, when you pick up the Boston papers, the stories are turning good, right? They're talking about the Spigot River. They're talking about the streets. They're talking about the good things. They're talking about whether it's Groundworks Lawrence, whether it's the work that's being done on the Merrimack River, or the work that's being done by a lot of you. I'm looking at a lot of faces here, and I'm not surprised that you're here today, because the good things are getting out. And that's why I came back. I came back because I have always wanted to be part of something good in the city. And, you know, for me to be here, you know, some of the folks may say, well, of course he's here. He's on Dan's team. I'm on Lawrence's team, all right? I'm on Lawrence's team. And as a city councilor, I'm going to work with 8 other colleagues and the gentleman in the corner office. And if it was a gentlewoman, I'd work with her. And I don't think, no, I know, that a recall is the worst possible thing for this city at this time. So these last closing days, keep doing what you're doing. And oh, by the way, before I forget, Dan is on his way.
Is he on Dominican time?
And the reason why I cut myself off is because I've got kids, and a lot of things go on, and you just forget, and you walk away from the podium, or you just walk away from something. I never said that. Dan is on his way. And I just want to say in closing that I just got on the city council, and I'm really excited to be here. But I don't want to be. I'm going to be real selfish. I don't want to have change. I don't want to have more disruption in our city. You know, it's football Sunday. I see a Patriots shirt over there. I want to keep moving the ball forward. And Dan is the guy to carry that ball forward. And I want to be part of something good. Not Dan's team, Lawrence's team. And because Dan being mayor is the right thing to do, I do stand with Dan. I'm proud to stand with Dan. I'm proud to stand with all of you. And I thank you all for this time. Keep it up. Keep it up. We're going to win this.
Yes.
All right?
Dan.
Lisa, I'm sorry I can't present you Dan at this very moment. But he's certainly no consolation prize, all right? But I present to you our state representative, Mr. Marcos Devers. Come on, Lisa. Marcos.
Mayor Marcos!
There you go.
What a lot of energy, Lisa.
We love you.
Let me tell you one thing, there's no comparison. You cannot compare what we had with Dan Rivera.
Woo.
And Dan Rivera is not alone.
That's right.
That's right.
We are here.
Yes. Yes.
You know what? I am one of the Ghostbusters. That's another Ghostbuster man. We don't want any ghosts coming to the city again. We want a city united. I'm an Oreo cookie. My way Hayes is a white with some brown somewhere. The city of Lawrence to be united and work together. It's time for us to keep on working and move the city forward. At the State House, where I have the pride and the humility at the same time of serving to my great city of Lawrence, I only hear, what's going on in Lawrence? Are those guys crazy?
Yeah, they are.
Yes, they are crazy.
Yes, loca.
Because our city is enjoying a great reputation everywhere. Support at the state level, support at the federal level, all around the 351 cities and towns. Everybody speaks good about Lawrence and about our mayor. Because Dan Rivera transcends beyond the city of Lawrence. He has the charisma, he has the reputation, the professionalism, and he's been there working for other allies
Yes.
all around the state and the nation. Dan is our friend. He's uniting our city of Lawrence. Our city of Lawrence is north everywhere within our 3.5 square miles, 6.5 square miles.
Yes.
So I'm here to support my friend Dan Rivera, our ally. And the Ghostbuster won't let any ghost to come to the city again. Let me address please allow me to say something in Spanish, in one of the language of love. Like Julio Iglesias. Señoras y señores, bien dominicanos, dejémonos de vaina. Dejémonos de vaina. ¿Qué es lo que pasa con esta gente? ¿Están locos? ¿Qué es lo que dicen alrededor de todo el estado? Que sí que estamos locos. ¿Qué es lo que pasa en Lawrence? Esto es un relajo. Es un puro relajo. Pero Dan Rivera no está solo. Estamos con Dan Rivera. Estamos por un Lawrence unido. Un Lawrence que trabaje unido. Sin colores. No importa los acentos.
No.
No importa los colores. No importa
No.
las creencias. Es un Lawrence unido y Dan Rivera le ha devuelto a esta ciudad la reputación que 351 ciudades y pueblos de todo el estado han visto. Porque Dan Rivera trasciende más allá de la ciudad de Lawrence. Es querido en todos los niveles, a nivel del estado, a nivel federal, en todas partes. Porque él está siempre trabajando y muy ocupado, y solamente quiero decirle que lo único que sabe hacer es trabajar por esta ciudad. va al Estado, va siempre allí a contactar todas las personas, todos los aliados, funcionarios electos, porque siempre está mirando hacia adelante, nunca hacia atrás. Por eso nuestra ciudad ha cambiado. ¿Y qué comparación podemos hacer con lo que hoy es Lawrence con lo que era Lawrence hace 2 años? ¿Hay alguna comparación? ¡No! ¿Verdad que no? Así que mi apoyo incondicional. Soy uno de los Ghostbusters. Ahí hay otro Ghostbuster. Y hay más Ghostbusters. Y todos somos Ghostbusters. Porque no vamos a aceptar que otro fantasma vuelva. Ni que el fantasma que hemos enterrado vuelva. No se quiere. Hay cariño. Hay poder. ¡Love power! Ahora les presento a mi amigo, a mi hermano, fanático de los Beatles, igual que yo. It's a great pleasure to introduce my Beatles brother, Wayne Hayes.
How you doing, folks? I've been called a neighborhood activist, and I've been involved in many things before I came here in Lowell, where I had a government that invited the neighbors to be part of what happens in the city, part of the solution. And when I came to Lawrence, I had a bit of a shell shock, but I'm very patient, and eventually got involved in a neighborhood group, met some neighbors, and bringing negativity to positivity, I got involved with a recall where I made millions of friends across the city. I can now go along the city and be happy to actually look at people and wave and say hello. I'm not the white guy who just lives in the white neighborhood. I come through here, and I'm very proud to say I've met many Latino friends, and it's made my life better. I have then gotten involved with the voter ID, Heal Lawrence with Juan Gonzalez. These are things that came from what we had, which was so bad. Now we have Dan Rivera here. It is elevated 10 times more. He's opened City Hall to the residents, to the neighbors, whether you own property here or rent, whether you're a citizen or non-citizen. The city is now open to you to make your life better. I do not micromanage Dan Rivera. I hired him to run my city, and I think he's doing a good job. If I have questions of how he's doing his job, I call and I ask. And I will tell you, there are reasons that you do not know, that I do not know, that he has to make the decisions. And they've all been explained to me when I do ask. If you don't question your government, go in and speak to them and ask them. Learn what they're doing for you, how and why. There are things that have been in the paper and very controversial, even myself. I'm like, what the hell's Dan doing? Dan has explained. He doesn't have the time to explain his position on every issue. But if you do really object to it, contact his office. You will get an explanation. The city office is open to the residents. That's why I'm here supporting. I don't micromanage. I support my mayor. The city is better. The morale is better. I work in Boston. I no longer get, you live in Lawrence, I get, wow, a lot of good things are coming in Lawrence. That's right. And they credit me for what's happening here. Because I'm part of, like Dave said, Team Lawrence. Yes. Not Dan's right-hand stamp, not just saying, hey, whatever goes on, I don't agree with something, I get involved. That's what I ask you all to do. Call me if you have a problem with Dan. I want to take the issues and confront them and get the answers. So I'd like to thank you all for coming out here. Support this, and we'll just take it further. Team Lawrence. And now I'd like to introduce a very good friend of mine, a partner in here, Lawrence, Juan Manny Gonzalez. Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
Good afternoon, everybody. This is great. Just looking around and seeing all these faces. Who said Lawrence cannot come together? Don't listen to those people. Listen to yourself and look around.
Yeah,
look at the
that's what
pictures
I
afterwards. Look how beautiful we look
You
together.
tell him, Manny.
So I'm going to be short, but I'm going to be sweet. I don't want to be an obstacle in progress. I truly believe, by just seeing it with my own eyes, that Mayor Rivera has done a lot of great things for the city. And like somebody else already said before me, just change of image, that positive image opens so many doors for so many goods to happen to the city. People want to invest, people want to bring jobs. They're asking about the empty mills. They want to come and bring the factories here, businesses, the education is just up and up. So honestly, I am overwhelmed by what I'm seeing here today. One thing I really encourage you to do, keep talking to your family members, especially the elderly. Do not let these guys manipulate your grandfather, your grandmother, and signing something that's bogus. Signing a recall is nothing but an obstacle to progress. The mayor has done a great job. All of you have been part of it. We definitely want more of these gatherings. This is very positive for us, for our image, for everybody to come together and enjoy the city together. So I'm going to be short and sweet. I think that a lot has been said. And now I'm going to introduce to you Johnny Castillo.
I know that Lisa is in my team.
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. A lot of good things have been said, and I don't think we need to say a lot because we are living. This is not a dream. This is a reality that we are living. But I want to mention just a little thing. Never happened before. A city governor come to the city 3 times in 6 months. Another city governor, the state of Massachusetts governor, first DeVal Patrick, now Charlie Baker. Charlie Baker's been in our city about 5 times. Every time these people come to our city, they bring something in their hands. It's called money, ideas. They come here to help. But not only that, this is the first time that we have the cooperation and collaboration of United States Senator Ed Markey, United States Senator Elizabeth Warren, United States Representative Nikki Songas. This is perhaps one of the only times that we have the legislation delegation of ours working together to help our mayor in our city. And those are Marcos Devers, Frank Moran, Diana DiZoglio, former state senator Barry Feingold, the current senator Barbara L'Italian.
Barbara! Woo!
All these people have been here helping us. And they've been here helping us because they believe.
Don't forget Mark.
They believe now in our city. They believe in Dan Rivera. Not only in Dan Rivera. They believe, also Ben Affleck has been here. Between the powerful and the famous, Ben Affleck has been in our city. So, all these people have been here because they believe in our mayor, Dan Rivera. They also believe in the great team of men and women that Dan Rivera has around him. Some of them are here. You see Katie over there. We have city engineer Teo Rosario. We have Abel Garcia. This is the first time that the private investment has come to our city in about 6 years to bring something substantial, money to invest in our city, thanks to Abel Garcia and the work that he's doing for this city of Lawrence. So, not only don't sign the recall, because that's not enough. You need to call all the people and tell them, don't sign the recall. And if they already did, and if they already did, tell them that they can come to City Hall and say, I want to take my name out of the list. This is legal and you can do that. If you know anybody who already signed the recall, tell them they can come to the City Hall and say, take my name off the list. And they will take it. We need to support our mayor, Dan Rivera. We need to support the men and women working for our city. Thank you. I'm going to introduce to you now the good Reverend, the good Reverend Edwin Rodriguez.
Thank you for coming to recognize what is being done throughout these 2 years. I don't want to talk too much, but I want to say that we have worked to see this coming. When Hayes spoke about a recall that we had before, and I remember we all worked together. Manny Gonzalez, Castillo, Victor, Tolentino, Sucre, many people worked together. When Hayes used to work and come from work,
Is the quality
I
better
think
now?
he didn't sleep for all those weeks, checking the signatures to make sure that they were good. And we wanted a change because what we were seeing wasn't what we wanted. So now, people must live in a balloon or walk in a plane not to see what is going on in Lawrence. So all I have to say is that I take off my hat to Dan Rivera. He's a good mayor. Thank you. Now we have Aileen Bernard with us.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you so much, and thank you all for being here. It's not warm out. I appreciate the shade of City Hall here. We're not getting any sunshine, and so I'm going to be extremely brief. I wasn't expecting to speak either, so I apologize. But a couple of things that people said today really touched me. One was Dane Abdu's use of the term, wait, this isn't about the mayor. This is about Lawrence. Yes! What's best for our city in a time when there's definitely a lot of unnecessary confusion and chaos. It's just being added in. Standing against this is really standing for Lawrence and standing for our city and being united together. There's a couple of jokes about skin tone and cookie flavors, but it is everybody together. That's what's going to make this city the best it can be. And I truly believe that is what Dan Rivera is trying to do, is trying to unify people, trying to keep working. And despite all these distractions, you heard the list of all the accomplishments. Jackie read through it. That he's gone through in just 2 years. There's 2 more years to go. He's going to double that list. But I'm grateful that you guys are all here today to support Dan, and it is my sincere honor to represent the mayor of the city of Lawrence, Dan Rivera.
About a round of applause for Lisa, keeping us all excited. I gotta start by saying thank you. This is very humbling. It's moving. I have to think about really negative thoughts so I don't cry, because I just really feel like this is really not about me, but I appreciate the support. But first and foremost, Jackie, can you come up here for a second? So, a couple weeks back, somebody started talking about a rally. Rallies kind of scare me. That's not our thing. We do work, and we get it. It's not really our thing. And Jackie went out against a bunch of people say maybe we shouldn't do it, and she did it anyway because she felt really strongly about supporting us. And I wanted to thank her personally for all the work she did. I did miss her speech, and I apologize, but I'm sure somebody got it, and I'm going to listen to it later on, especially Tommy Duggan. But I just wanted to thank you publicly for that and give you a big hug.
Thank you.
And the PRC PAC who's been with us the whole time since we became in office. Thank you so much. It takes, it's easy to be with people when you win. It's easy to win when you win. Everybody was with you. Everybody's like, oh, I'm with Danny. It's hard to take votes when people are against you. And I want to thank you guys for taking those votes. Right away, they took votes to support us. So I appreciate that. So just to be brief, because it is getting cold. I came with my wife and kid. My wife's over there with my baby, and we're on our way to get our Christmas tree. But I don't know if you guys saw today's article in the paper about all these things that they're saying that we did, we didn't do, we did do. The reason why I didn't respond to any of those questions is basically because this isn't about what we've done and not done. This isn't really about what we've done or not done. This is a group of people who want to stop the progress. And, I joke every now and then, if you look at the list, the first thing is January, the second thing is February, the third thing is March. Exactly. It's basically things that we've been doing as the time goes on. And that's what we got elected to do. Yeah. We got elected to make sure if you were being indicted, that you weren't on the payroll. So we removed people from the payroll. Right. We were elected because the number of people on payroll that just weren't qualified to be on the payroll were on the payroll. So we took them off the payroll.
Yeah, you take them out.
That's right. We were elected to focus on making a more professional place to do work, and so we made people wear ties. These are the things that we went to work doing. Not to mention that while we were doing those kind of crazy things, we also, brought a lot of money to the city. We hired this woman from Lowell to come to Lawrence, and in her short time here with us, we had $14 million in development grant money from the state and the federal government. Not to mention the millions of dollars in local private funding. So forget about, did I follow the charter? Forget about whether or not I messed up on the charter or I messed up hiring so person. That's not what it's about. This is about tax cheats, people who don't want to pay their taxes. Yeah. When we force them to when they call me and they say, hey, can you help me not pay my taxes? I say, no, that's illegal. I can go to jail. So can you pay your taxes? When we make those people pay their taxes, they get angry. I don't care if you own a funeral home or if you own a grocery store. You got to pay your taxes. And if you're a police officer in this community, you treat people like crap, or you don't do your job, you're on notice. We're going to discipline you, and you're going to be fired. So you can get behind any political movement you want to get behind, but you're going to be held accountable.
Exactly.
So si tú no estás en nada y no estás poniendo el nombre para el piso, tú te tienes que ir. Y eso es lo que a ellos no les gusta, que nosotros les ponimos el puño, que hagan lo que deben hacer. And they didn't really appreciate that. They didn't appreciate that we made them accountable for things. And they thought they could get a couple of members of the city council to help them. Every day that I would discipline somebody, I'd get a new call from the council president. Hey, what are you doing? And this is what I'm telling you. This is going to change. And this is not, again, I'm moved that we're here. But this, Eileen said it best, this is not about me. This is about all of us. Exactly. The number of people that call me, I don't know who that bombero is that you put in charge of inspectional services, but if he comes back over here asking for another inspection from me, I'm going to go crazy. I'm like, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to hold people accountable.
Exactly.
And so when we do that, we've made all this long list of enemies, and I think that's what you see running this recall.
Exactly.
When a business person asks you for a crazy deal that, you never do for anybody, and they think because they gave you $100 in your campaign that they can run you out. That's not really about me. It's about Lawrence. So Wednesday we're going to find out whether or not they got the signatures, and we're pretty sure that if we do all the work that we've been doing, all the money we spend on TV and all the money we spend in mail and the radio, thanks to our brothers and sisters on the radio that everybody calls in and gives us support. I really appreciate that. We're going to make the difference, and we're going to keep going. We're going to win. First, we won with a great coalition. We won the general election by 83 votes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And then Marcos Devers, they went after Marcos, and we beat him by 400 votes. In places that I got beat, we beat them by 400 votes. And so this will be the third strike. It won't be Muhammad Ali.
No.
Because that already happened once.
Yes.
But it's definitely going to be 3 strikes in your house. So I thank you very much for being here today. I really love you all. We're going to do our best to keep you proud. And don't forget, come Wednesday, we're going to be all right. We're going to keep going doing the things we want. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay, so now we're going to start walking around the car going to my left. And we end up right here again. So we meet here again. Okay? Thank you. Go that way.
Can I get a couple of words, Mayor? We're live with Lawrence Mayor Dan Rivera right after the.
Vamos a caminar ahora
right
al
after the
parque,
rally.
comenzando por este lado, por el lado derecho.
Ahí.
Sí, por allá. Y vamos a dar la vuelta y nos encontramos aquí otra vez. ¿Ok?
Gracias. Thank you.
Charlie Bell.
Hasta la victoria, como dice.
Con nosotros hacia adelante. Con nosotros está el pueblo que te quiere. El pueblo te quiere.
4 y 4 son 8.
Sí.
4 y 4 son 8.
Y 8 y 8, 16.
Usted lo está haciendo bien.
Dígame.
Gracias. Thank you.
Mayor, can you talk about how? Can you talk briefly about how this whole recall process has affected your ability to run the city? How, whether or not it's been a distraction?
I've always said along the line, that's the primary focus of this thing, is to distract us from the work we're doing. But I think we've stayed strong, and I think we've done what we need to. In the middle of the recall effort, we had a ratings increase, so I think we've been focused, stayed focused.
Let's start walking together, please.
Real quick,
Come on.
how confident are you? How confident are you that this is going to fail on Wednesday?
You know, this is a process no one can be confident about. We're just ready to do
Vamos a
it.
caminar, por favor, no se quede nadie.
We'll try and talk to you later on when it's not so loud.
Good luck.
Thanks.
My mother wants to meet you.
Oh.
Qué bella.